We are working toward our goal of using the entered filter string here to filter our list of products. Our product list is defined as an array, so we can use JavaScript array methods to work with our list of products. To filter our array, we use the JavaScript filter method. The filter method creates a new array. The filter then evaluates each product in the original array to determine whether to include it in the new array. The filter method then returns the new array containing only the filtered products. Somehow we need to tell the filter method the logic we want for determining whether a product meets our filter criteria. The filter method expects our logic to return true if the product should be in the filtered list. Otherwise, return false. We define that logic with an arrow function. An arrow function is compact syntax for defining a function. Think of it as a shorter way to define a classic named function. It's most often used when passing logic to another function or method. Here is a classic named function that capitalizes the product name and returns it. To write this code as an arrow function, we ignore the function name, as arrow functions don't need a name. Define the parameters, then an arrow. This is what gives an arrow function its name. We ignore the curly braces and return keyword. Arrow functions with a single statement have an implied body and return. Then we write the required logic. If the arrow function requires multiple statements in the function body, then we do need to use curly braces and the return keyword. Use an arrow function anytime you need to pass a function into another function or method. We'll see more arrow functions later in this course. To specify the logic to filter our products, we pass an arrow function into the filter method. We first list the parameters to the arrow function. In this example, the filter method iterates through each product in the array, passing each product into the arrow function, so we have only one parameter, a product. We then use an arrow to separate the parameter list from the function body. Our requirement is that the filtered list should only contain products with a product name that includes the list filter. This includes method returns true if the defined string is found in the product name. Otherwise, it returns false. Now let's jump back into the demo. Here is our product list component. Let's think through what we need to do. First, we need a filtered list of products that we can bind to. We can define a property for that here. Why don't we just filter our products array? Because once we filter the products array, we lose our original data and can't get it back without re-getting the data from its source. Next, we want to filter our products every time the list filter changes. Where do we write that code? If you said the property setter, you are right. In the list filter setter, we set our filtered products property to our filtered list of products. Let's define a method to filter our products. We'll call it performFilter and pass it the list filter value. Now let's write the performFilter method. We'll add it down here by the other methods. The performFilter method takes in the list filter, which is a string. The method returns the filtered array of products. This code starts by converting the filter criteria to lowercase. Why? So we can compare apples to apples when we filter the product list. We want a case-insensitive comparison. Then we return the filtered list of products. We start with the original full list of products, which is an array, so we can use any of the JavaScript array methods. We want to use filter. We pass into the filter method an arrow function that processes each passed-in product. In the body of the arrow function, we check the product name. Since we lowercase the list filter string, we'll lowercase the product name as well to ensure we perform a case-insensitive check. We then call the string includes method, passing in the filter string. The includes method returns true if the product name includes the defined filter string. So this code filters our list of products to only those with a product name that includes the list filter string. If the list filter string is empty, it returns all products. There is one more step. We need to change our template to bind to our filtered products property instead of our products property. Let's give it a try. Our default filter is cart, so now we only see the garden cart. Change the filter, and we see different entries. It's working. Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. Let's finish up this module with some checklists we can use as we work more with components.